And yeah, your life. Good morning, YouTube. This is one more immersion in Talking Talk. Talking Talk is a platform where you can learn some kind of idioms like English, Spanish, or French. Until now, if I'm not wrong. My name is Bianca. I'm not a teacher. I am a student, as you all. And today we are going to talk about our childhood and how this influence in our behavior, basically, nowadays. Presenting myself a little bit, I am a sociologist and demographer. Um, I'm doing my PhD nowadays in a university, part of my PhD in a university in United States, an Ivy League called University of Pennsylvania. And I'm studying education, labor market, comparing some countries like Brazil, South Africa, and South Korea. And well, in my free time, I like to play some instrument with my colleagues. Um, I like to visit different places. I'm not that kind of tourist that like to eat different things. I like to see different stuffs. Yesterday, I could see a Picasso paint. It was very beautiful. I went to a museum in here and it was amazing. It's nice to see in the internet some paint, and then you have the opportunity to see in person, like a Picasso stuff or Salvador Dali and so on. So it was a very beautiful experience. I didn't have the opportunity to see all the paintings in the museum, so I will have to pay another ticket to return in there and see the rest of the paintings that I didn't see yesterday. But yeah, I have time for now. But is this, and you, Marcio, could you present yourself for us, please?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Márcio Nunes. I'm 46 years old. I'm married. I live in my city called Linhares, the state of Espírito Santo. Now, return here in Talk and Talk this month, July. I studied here in the past 2 years ago. Now intend to continue my develop, improve my speaking, e make new friends. That's it.
Yes, man. I realized that you just vanish, you just disappear, but now you returned. So you took a time out of talking talk. It was this.
Yeah, I stopped the last year. I forgot the month, August or September, and now return this year.
Welcome back, man. Let's do this together. And you, Osvaldo, could you present yourself for us, please?
Yeah, for sure. Good morning, guys. Well, I'm in talker and host here since last year, like some of us here, and I'm sure if Ludan had been uh, between us, Yanka, she would like a lot about your visiting places and some like that you said. So yeah, interesting. Well, uh, I'm preparing myself to next steps in my career. So I have some job interviews this week, next one. Not only for testing my communication skills, but also maybe get some new opportunities, some new good opportunities. And let me see. Yeah, I work as a software developer. And yeah, another stuff. I think all of you know me because I'm here almost every day. Yeah, it's okay. It's enough for a while. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you, man. Do you think that learning Spanish could help you with your career? Because I have seen a lot of people in Talking Talk adding Spanish, to the
For sure.
possibilities.
For sure, Spanish is one of the most popular languages in the world, you know. So I'm sure that would happen, especially because I'm obtaining my Spanish citizenship, you know. So it's another reason to learn that. But the problem, Bianca, I don't know if I'm able to do that. Oh, girl, it's hard to learn only a idiom, only language. I can imagine how to handle with two at the same time. But yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's difficult. I can't imagine how Lurian managed all of that language, like
Oh,
it's a lot.
me too, me too. For me, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I understand you. And you, Michaeli, please could you present yourself and say if you wanna learn Spanish too with us?
Good morning, guys. In the future, I want to study Spanish, but nowadays it's impossible. My routine is awful. Uh, I am a biotechnologist, and nowadays I'm doing my PhD too. I'm writing my thesis because I'm going to qualify in September. So my routine, my life is so difficult nowadays. And I can't imagine I study another language because English is so difficult for me yet. Um, I live in Goiânia, I'm married, I have two cats. Um, I have a part-time job in clinical trials too. Um, In my free time, I like stay at home with my cats and my husband. I like watching movies and series. I like to go to the gym to work out and read the books. I think so.
Yeah, you don't have a free time actually. I'm sorry about that because like it's
I
qualification,
try.
it's a very hard moment to good luck with that, Michaeli.
Thank you.
Drink water, try to meditate. It's a critical moment. And starting with you, thinking about your childhood, can you see some aspects that shaped your personality nowadays? Is the question number one. Looking at your childhood, what aspects of your upbringing do you feel most shaped who you are nowadays? Like something that happened that could influence your
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah. I have one brother younger than me, and in our childhood, he always been in a trouble. So he hated study and he hated eating well. And well, oh my gosh, the guy is awful for my parents. So I'm always being a good child for them. So I'm responsible. I'm heavily in a trouble. I always study. So I think the mood of my brother shaped me in my childhood and nowadays because nowadays I'm always trying to be responsible for everyone and I'm always studying because in the past I always compare with my brother. So I think it's that I think he unfortunately the troubles of my brother changed me too.
Yeah, I can see you. Is he younger than you or older than you?
Yes, he's 4 years younger than me, but nowadays he's an adult, but he's a late bloomer, I think. Amadureceu tardiamente.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this it
Yes,
happens, unfortunately. Yeah, and bring some marks, I guess, that shape. You
yes,
are right. And you, Marcio, did you have some experience in your childhood that shaped you?
Yeah, now I remember about my childhood. I think because I grew up without internet, for example, is another moment in my life because it is more common, more contact with another person, more uh, playing together in the street, and another things in my childhood don't have the computer, don't have cell phone. E this, I think, uh, I ha I have more contact with the another person nowadays is more easy for me, make a new friends, uh, start a new communication, the different persons, different places. I think about it, shaped my my personality today is another moment. Don't have a lot of influences about our another another person, another stylist. Only my neighborhood and my relatives or the people inside the when watch the television. E, e diz, I think nowadays is more easy for me is a communication, is a enter in different places. For me, it's more easy make a new friend. I think this about my childhood is different nowadays.
Okay, for sure. Imagine like do not have internet, do not have a smartphone. I think that you have a good look about all this time that passed and how the technology grew up, not grew up, but developed in our society, maybe. In my time, I remember the dial-up internet de escada. I remember that. This was my time, so I started in this moment from up front, I guess. I don't have a whole picture. I think that you have a whole picture about how the things changed actually during this moment. But and for you, Osvaldo, in what moment internet getting into your life, and do you have some aspect that shaped you?
Yeah, for sure. Just a side note about your dial-up connection. Oh my goodness, we remember that I had this opportunity in my teenager, right? Not in my childhood, but I can remember the exactly connection sound. Oh, it was amazing. Okay. Well, and about the question, well, guys, I'm all child, so my reference are my parents. And like that video shown us, my parents are divorced, and when I was a child, I've lived a lot of bad situations about relationship. I used to see them fighting a lot, taking fire in their clothes or something like that. It was hard time for me when I was a child, and that had been shaped me about trust. You know, Nowadays it's hard to me to trust anyone. I always to say to my wife, "Oh, at first I prefer to avoid to trust. So, according the relationship is involving, I'm gonna to trust more in that person." And that affect me in my all life aspects. When I meet someone, I don't used to trust deeply another part. Let me see, a good aspect. Yeah, and a good aspect that have been shaped me is about the value of work from my dad. My dad have always been working a lot along his journey. I've always used to see him working early and return to the home late, and some and this stuffs. and that shaped me the importance of working and bring opportunities and infrastructure for me and my family. And that's it.
Okay, that's beautiful. I had my parents are separated too, and I remember my mom's taking a scissor and cutting all my dad's clothes. It was awesome. The image is totally in my mind, you know. No, it wasn't awesome. I know that,
Yeah, I understood you. I got you.
but it was tragic, like marked my childhood for sure. But I'm not this person. I won't cut all my partner clothes with a scissor nowadays. But I admit that I'm very demanding. Not demanding, but eu sou muito exigente.
Me too. And I had a lot of problem in my past relationships, Young,
Mhm.
because that.
Yeah, I understand you, but I understand from where this stem from.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very demanding and so on. Yeah. But thinking about my some aspects that shaped me, I was born in Itaquera, São Paulo, and I always will say that, like, there I had contact with samba, funky, some black music, funk, not just the actual one, the oldest one too, a more conscious funk, I guess.
MC Marcinho.
MC Marcinho, Claudinho e Bochecha. These guys shaped my childhood in São Paulo. But then when I was 4, I moved to São Roque. It's a countryside near to Sorocaba. And in there, I had another childhood, like with animals, nature, sertanejo, modão, another aspect of my life, I guess. And I live for music. So I think that until today, I am an eclectic person thinking about taste, about music, about culinary, about a lot of things. But because I could live in this two environment, I guess, and I had to adapt to this kind of environment, this two different environment. So yeah, I think I'm very open. Maybe. And one thing that until today is difficult to me is that in São Roque, when you go to the street, you wave for everyone, like you say hello or just sign with the head. And when I have to go to São Paulo, another place that people do not have this kind of custom, I do not feel at home. I do not feel welcome in that place. But maybe it was just the place that I was raised at. Yeah. And thinking about, I think that we have better questions. Okay, thinking about the question number 5, please, Marcio. It's about communication in family. Were there open lines of communication in your family? How did that impact your emotional development? Not too much about your emotional development if you don't want to, but how it was and how it is the communication in your family. How it was when you were a child, like you had open lines, and how it is in your family nowadays. How do you deal with communication?
About the communication in my family is another moment in my life when I was a younger, because don't I said don't have the internet, the smartphone, a lot of things. I think it's more easy because when my brothers, my sister inside my house at night, at afternoon, it's necessary conversation about every content. This conversation is a face to face with my mother, my brother, my sister, my friends. Is one momento I have a little financial recourse. For example, I don't have the telephone in my house comum telefone in my house. When I need talk with, for example, one friend, it's necessary visit him in your house. Is one moment I have one communication face to face. Nowadays, I see, for example, I have my son have 16 years old, have a difficulty about the conversation face to face. It's more common using the apps, the communication a lot, use the app, but face to face have a difficulty. In my time, is more common use the communication face to face. It is develop my emotional develop, my communication develop because don't have problems about the beginning one communication one different person different place search the information and another things. I think is a different moment in the world in general. This help me about it to deal different person along my life.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marcio. And for you, Osvaldo, did you have open lines of communication? Could you be honest, for example, with your parents and your family?
In parts, no, because when I needed to share whatever it was important to my parents, I needed to share, and I was open to say, say that. But if I would like to say something about my feelings or my thoughts, maybe I wasn't open to do that, unfortunately. And because that I've changed completely this aspect in my life. Currently, I truly love to exchange ideas with my children and stepson, and I used to talk to my fiance about that we need to open lines with our children. It's important not only for them, but for us. And I used to learn a lot with them. So I've realized the importance to be open with our children because my bad experience in my childhood, I would say.
How do you make them trust on you? Because they are like teenagers or children. How do you make them trust that you are saying the truth or that you are a reliable person?
I used to joke a lot with them, I always start a conversation in a happiest way, I used to make a joke or create some history in my mind before to start a conversation. I used to do that with a relationship because my children are starting talking about some romantic relationships, something like that, So I used to make a lot of joke about that. These days, uh, my mais novo, oh my goodness, I forgot my, oh my goodness, my the opposite of
More
older,
new.
mais novo. I forgot that.
Youngest.
Youngest. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, my youngest child shared about the girl that he liked, and I joked to him, oh, she's so higher than you. You need to upstairs to have a kiss her, and something like that. And this way, I feel I'm able to start a deep conversation with them, right? That's my strategy, Yanka.
For sure, man. I have a lot of teenagers in my family that I care about. And when I see them getting into this stage in their life, talk about sex and so on, or a relationship, I get so afraid because of pregnant in the teenagerhood, gravidez na adolescência.
Yeah.
So, and how to talk with them about that. To me, it's very difficult to do this, but it's necessary sometimes. I am facing this nowadays. I'm trying to talk this in a young way, but respectful way.
But I have a device for you, Yanka. There was a time when my youngest asked me about how he was generated by your mom, by his mom. In this situation, I needed to translate my thoughts in a scientific way. I decided to explain the right way in a serious way, right? And yeah, he learned with that explanation that I gave to him. Yeah, some
Okay, that's
situations
nice.
important to keep the serious.
Uh-huh. That's nice. A good advice, Oswald. Thank you. And for you, Michael, how it was the communication in your family? Did you have an open line with them? Did you have to handle with everything alone? How it was for you?
The communication in my family, since I was younger, was awful, awful, because uh, I avoid talk with anyone. So especially when I was younger, I hate talk about everything. So my father is the same than you, and my mother loves talk. And I think because of that, we avoid to talk about difficult things uh, during my childhood and nowadays too. I think because of the communication, my parents divorced too, but they divorced last year. Um, and I think these problems in communication shape me nowadays, because for me it's very difficult to talk about feelings, for example, with my husband or with friends. Uh, and nowadays I feel I forgot the word. Nowadays I know that if this happened in the past, my mind and my personality will be different if I communicate more with my family. I think that because of that, I love the series Gilmore Girls, because I never I be afraid of my parents. And Gilmore Girls, it's about that. Uh, I think it's that. I think for me in the past was very difficult. Nowadays it's difficult too. But I think it's that.
Okay, I see it. Hello, Lucas. Do you want to participate in the conversation or?
Hello, good morning. Sorry, my late. I have a problem with my link to connect the meeting. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
I will
it's my
paste.
first immersion. Yeah,
Is your first immersion in Talking Talk?
in talk. Yes, yeah.
Oh my God,
Uh,
welcome. Welcome late, but
yeah.
welcome.
Thank you, thank you. I start uh the the month of immersion with Felipe, yeah,
Yeah.
and so we need to practice more English. Yeah, so let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Thank you.
do this. You're welcome. Soon I will paste for you the question, just a minute. But okay, yeah, I totally feel you, Michaele. And let's see, in my case, I asked Osvaldo about trust because in my family they gossip a lot. So if you tell a secret to your mom or to your godmother, in my case, for example, you can be sure that in the next day, all your family will know your fucking secret, you know? Everyone will know that you are having a boyfriend now or everything. So to me, until today, it's very difficult to trust in someone and tell everything about my life to this person or tell secrets to this person. Sometimes I just keep my secrets for me for a long time, and then the person look at me and say, "Oh, I didn't know that about you." And I think, of course you didn't, because I didn't tell you, and I won't. I wouldn't actually if it wasn't necessary. So until today, I keep something to me. It's difficult to trust that someone will be reliable to me until nowadays, I guess. But today, I have a very open access, open communication with my mom. We built this together, and she knows everything about my life. Just one secret that I keep to myself, but the rest, she knows everything. But yeah. And well, starting with you now, oh yeah, Lucas, do you want to answer this one? It's about communication in your family and your communication nowadays. Could you answer to us how it was the communication in your family when you were a child, and how it is the communication in your family nowadays? Lucas, você
Oh,
tem...
sorry.
Yes.
Uh, it's more morning is very difficult. So with the communication in general with the parents or uh, my family, I don't know. I don't understand the
Oh,
question.
sorry. How it was when you were a child? When you were a children, when you were being raised, and how it is nowadays in your family. Então, como foi quando você era uma criança, a comunicação na sua família, e como tem sido hoje em dia, o que mudou, o que continua, qual impacto teve? Did, do you see some difference? Thank you, Osvaldo.
Sorry. I think no difference. Yeah. So I have one daughter. Yeah. And uh, my let me see the form, yeah, with the learning, with the uh, the show, the all the things, yeah, is the same because I I want to show with the form the word with my mom uh, like I know, yeah, and let's see, that's it, yeah.
That's nice. It's difficult to raise a girl. Good luck with that. And
Yes, yes, uh, she has a 11 years old, yeah, and it's very difficult in nowadays with the technology, yeah, the challenge with the word uh, uh, present for us, yeah.
yeah, it's difficult. Good luck, man. And going with you, Osvaldo, please, the question number 7. Were there specific values or principles emphasized in your household that you still carry with you today? Some commemorative, not commemorative date, but some costumes or values or não é hábito, não é hábito também. Yeah, não
I
é
think I got
hobby. Did you got? Okay. Did you have some that you still carry with you?
Yeah, a good custom is that I would say for me it's important to take a dinner with all my family members every single day, especially since I'm working at home. I've been working at home since pandemic. I've emphasized I emphasized I've emphasized it. Yeah, emphasized it. Yeah, and I've emphasized it. Oh, it's hard to pronounce this word. I've emphasized it to keep my family together during dinner, especially dinner. You know, I like to be with them in another uh, full times, but especially during the dinner. I don't know why, but for me, this connection is crucial to keep the respect and to bring a good time for all of us. Yeah, it's one of them. I have another, but that's a good example.
That is a perfect example. I totally agree with you. I think this is totally necessary in all family. And because night to me, it's because you live it all the day, you live it adventures,
Yeah,
bad things, good
troubles.
things. And it's a moment to share, I guess,
Yeah,
to
like a therapy.
share food and share stories, I guess. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
therapy. And you, Michael, do you have some values or something that I forgot the word that you had in your family and you still care until today?
Uh, my family likes to lunch in the Sundays, especially in commemorative days. In my grandmother house, I think uh, it's a good tradition in my family. Of course, I can't go every Sunday, but I think it's remember how it's have a good family and how is and see my grandmother is so difficult nowadays because of the routine. So I think this event is a special importance. We like to cook specific foods like pamonha. Here in Guyana is very common. So I think it's about that. It's uh, mark in a agenda some days to see these people, relatives, and talk and eat and listen a lot of stories, like Oswald said before. It's very important.
Yeah, it's a nice moment to enjoy it. I totally recommend that you enjoy it. Because when my grandma passed away, everything changed. We don't have this place anymore to get together. The parents fight with each other, the brothers fight with each other, everything changed. It was a nightmare. But yeah. And for you, Marcy, do you have some?
Yeah, I have the specific value because in the past it's common, it's necessário clean the house, wash the dish, keep the organization in our house because I have brothers and sister more younger. E this value I have it nowadays because here in my house I like I doing a lot of activities I transmit for my son is the same. Help my wife clean the house, help my wife clean the dish, keep the organization our house. I think it is. I think it is. Uh, I bring in the past because in the past I practice this a good things a lot with my mother's family, my brothers, and my sister. Yeah, I think it's a good practice. It is. I continues the same.
This was awesome. To me, it's essential. Like raising a functional adult, it was nice because when you got adult, you already know how to make a rice, how to clean a bathroom, how to do everything, You didn't have to learn with tutorial in YouTube. You already knew everything. Congrats about that. It's a good habit. And you, Lucas, do you have some to share with us?
Uh, yes. The values respect, yeah. Uh, with value um, help each other. Yeah, it's very important. Uh, education. Yeah, we hard with my daughter with the education. Like my mother, like my grandmother, uh, doing did it with me. Yeah. Uh, and currently we have like a same Marcio, yeah, the organization uh, and uh, uh, all activity with the house, yeah. And more important for me is the value Christian value, yeah, that for me is very important. Yeah, all the weekend go to the church. Yeah, study with the Bible, etc. Yeah, that's
Very
it.
nice. Thank you very much, Lucas. Guys, welcome back. We are discussing the question number 7, some values that we had in our family that we bring into today. And in my family, you already know, I think the biggest value that we share into today is the barbecue moment with samba, pagode, and caipirinha and everything. So, and this I think that I will keep forever in my life. It's a moment to keep everyone together, having fun, gossiping, and sharing a good moment, I guess. Ludian? Ludian,
Yes,
did you have the opportunity to discuss the question number 7?
we are about to start.
Oh, so please, could you answer this one for us? Do you have
Yes,
some?
about yes, I was saying about the values, about my family. Is like we had a lot of bad problems, that I said this. Oh, sorry, guys, Aparecida and Rogério, for sharing a lot of no moments that I'm doing in therapy. But we had good moments too. And in my family, my mom always she prepare a lot of food for people came to our house, and she's a really really good cooker. So a good value for us is to be together and receive friends at our place. We didn't go out a lot, never, to explore, to try to go in the other places, but we invite a lot of people to come in our place. And my mom cook a lot, we sing. My father, he used to play in a kind of group, so it was a really really nice moment with more the friends of my parents, but to have this party environment. It was really nice to see each other, like just enjoying themselves. So all the time, was about family, to be together, and receive people that we care in our place. That's it.
And you do this until today, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love do this. I love doing this. Is a kind of I like to pleasure, no, be pleasured other ones. So this is really nice. I care about it.
Yeah, it's a good habit. Congrats. And you, Rogério, could you share with us some value or custom that you have in your family and still?
Yes, the value that I remember very well was when my wife prepared a cake for our birthday, and we have opportunity to come all our friends and celebrate. We made a cake pink and blue, so it's a wonderful moment to share. Yeah, it's a good value to do it together.
That's nice. And for you, Aparecida, could you share some? Osvaldo mentioned to have a dinner together. Maybe it's the same for you.
Well, in my family, I remember the conversations. It's a good memory, not value. I try to bring for my house nowadays, my home. When at the end of the day we stay together and talk history about the our old parents, our and different kind of histories. I remember this moment, and I love them because my mother and my parents taught to us different kind of histories when they was a child, story of their fathers, their grandfathers, and it's so interesting because of so and old times, and we don't live there. And for me, it was so interesting, and I believe it's a moment to stay together and have links with our family. And for me, it's a good memory, and I try practice this in my family too because it's a health act to do in our family.
I totally agree, and help us to maintain the culture maybe. I remember my grandfather telling to me his stories about Curupira because he's Baiano and it was near to the other state. And then all this folklorical stuff, my grandfather lived all of these stuffs, I guess, into the forest. But yeah, guys, we are in the end, and I shared with you some phrases that we learned today. Tesoura, scissors, exigente can be demanding, but maybe they have another better word. Confiar, trust, o mais novo, the youngest, and agradar, to please someone. And yeah, so let's try to keep this in mind. Thank you for today. I hope to see you tomorrow or next week, depend on the agenda and so on.